The 2023 season about ready to get underway here in South Texas. First game of 6 between the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the San Antonio Missions. We're live here with the first pitch coming up. Dr. Pepper. Lake Bacher, a righty from Illinois, will get the start. 6'3" and 215 pounds, and age 27 will get the heel for San Antonio to start the first of the 6 games. Well, Northwest Arkansas will step up to the plate, and leading this team off is Tucker Bradley. As we get you set for this Tuesday night. And here is the first pitch, and we are underway at 7:05 as that one is taken well inside for strike 1.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
I'm joined in the booth by my partner Bob. Good evening. Good evening, Jonathan. Thank you for having me. So, gotta say, Bob, second homestand of this 2023 season. And so far, fans are looking for a 4th consecutive victory. Can you explain more? Well, I gotta say, 3 games in a win streak at Corpus Christi really gave the Missions momentum. And yeah, I do believe that they do have that momentum, Bob. Yeah, they really do. If you look at a team that can hit the most runs and continue to keep the win streak alive, that's good. That one high fly up in right center is Lopes. And he'll make the play for the first out of the inning. Well, the chance now, let's give the visiting Northwest Arkansas Naturals the starting lineups. And so far, Bob, at Riverboat Field, the Naturals taking on Amarillo during last week. So far, the Naturals had 2 nights of 5-0 scores. I've got to say, that one is pretty good. If they get 5-0 on 2 nights, that they had 2 nights of shutting out the Sod Poodles from Amarillo. That'll bring up Harold Gonzalez for the Naturals. 1 ball, no strikes. And that's going to be line drive up and foul. Boy, and that ball hits a triple digit of 102 miles an hour. Here's a 1-1. And that's going to be chopped foul, and the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. So far underway on this new week of baseball. Glad that you guys are with us to have fun, and so far we are just happy that you're aboard with us. Javier right to short and right to Fernandez as they'll get him for out number 2. Well, we'll go ahead and give you ball clubs tonight. So far, Springfield is at Wichita, so that's pretty good. Frisco at Amarillo. Northwest Arkansas at San Antonio. Corpus Christi and Midland. Tulsa and Arkansas played this afternoon. High-scoring game against Midland and Corpus Christi there at Franco Park. 15-14 the final as the Rockhounds take first of the 6 games against the Hooks. Midland is up in the first place position. They are 9-7. Corpus Christi 5-11 of the year. So far, Frisco and Amarillo are tied. 2nd and 3rd place position. San Antonio 7-6. They are 2 games behind Midland, as the Rockhounds have the first place position well in their grasp. That one right there, and that will up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So far, so good here. And the pitch, 1-1. Swing and a miss, and the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a 1-2 delivery. And that's going to be right there to the hot corner. Third baseman Dunn will zip line it. And he will step off first. And Fernandez gets the error. And first one of the homestand for San Antonio. So the runner for the third in the batting order for Northwest Arkansas. They will reach on that error. Error will go to the first baseman, Fernandez. Right there and inside to Robbie Glendenning. No balls, one strike. Northwest Arkansas's got a runner at first and 2 away. Right there inside for a code strike. It's no balls, 2 strikes. So far, pretty good here tonight as Northwest Arkansas trying to get a win. And the pitch right there. Line drive up to right field, and that'll get through for a base hit. So a 2-out. I will say 2-out single right there. Will put a runner in scoring position. Forgive my little stutteriness, but it's been like that for the last 3 years. You could say it's been like that for 2 years. Yeah, you're right, Bob. It's been like that for 2 years. I'm getting better. Here's the 5th batter of the lineup for Northwest Arkansas, Tyler Gentry. Swing and a miss, and the count now is even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tyler Gentry. Do apologize for my little stutteriness. And that ball will go out of play and foul. So they will not touch that. In the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll get him. So no runs on 2 hits. An error for San Antonio. And we go to the bottom half of the first inning. And it is no score through the top half. Austin Cox, a lefty from Georgia, will get the starting assignment. And what do we know about him, Bob? Well, this guy has done really good as he's had his Sunday pitching for the Naturals there at Riverboat Field in Northwest Arkansas, taking on the Amarillo Sod Poodles. Now up to the top of the lineup for the Missions. That is Tim Lopes, as he takes one outside for the ball, in the count now 1-0. And that one is well inside for a code strike. 1 ball, 1 strike will even things up. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's a 1-2. And that's going to be chopped right there to short. And they will get him out at first. So the first man out here in the bottom half of the first inning. And that will give us time to give the stop for the home team starting lineups. And so far, Bob, these guys are in a 3-game winning streak. And what do they have to do to preserve the 4th of the season? Well, I got to say, as having a 3-game winning streak, you really got to get going. I mean, if you're going to get the runs, you better make sure that you get her done, because you only have 28 outs through the game. I mean, both teams have 20 outs. And it's just time to get going right there. Line drive up at the right field, and now gets through for a base hit. So far, as you know, at Corpus Christi during Sunday, Missions nearly went and played the final up there at Bayfront Park, and all of a sudden you look at the weather and it was just pouring cats and dogs. Yeah, I gotta say, they had the storms just like we did on Sunday morning. Yeah, gotta say, that wasn't easy enough to look at. No balls, one strike. Joshua Mears, the right fielder. Got a runner at first and one away. And that's going to be high fly in the air. Left fielder will make the play, and there is two away.
Batting fourth, the first baseman.
That'll bring up the first baseman, Juan Fernandez. So far, Frisco and Amarillo doing really good, but the Frisco Rough Riders having a 3-0 advantage over Amarillo in the early goings. Wow, that is pretty impressive. Rough Riders doing really good, but knowing that they got here in San Antonio and they were just whacking them left and right with 4 and 2 in their winnings. Yeah, I gotta say, Bob, that was just a rhapsody in the kisser, if you know what I mean. Well, by you saying that, I will say that San Antonio had lost 4 of their 6 games against Frisco. Yeah, that was terrible right there, Bob. Yeah, it pretty much was. Right there up the center, and that will do for this half inning. Well, we played 1 here tonight. No runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. Top half of the second inning for Northwest Arkansas, and it's no score through 1.
Leading off for Northwest Arkansas, the shortstop.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Chevron Newton, as we start up the top half of the second inning for the Naturals. And the pitch. Right there and inside for a code strike, and it's 0-1. Well, if you're just tuning in with us on this taco night, make sure you guys get your free coupons after you leave the game here. We'll have our first and third base areas that will be passing them out after you leave here tonight. Gotta say, pretty good if you come out and have a good time. Springfield and Wichita, they are scoreless through their top half of the second inning. They're on the porch. Right there, no balls to 2 strikes. Well, I gotta say, getting dark on this Tuesday night. And so far, hope everybody comes out tomorrow afternoon at 12 o'clock. The gates will open. 1:05, our first pitch for a Wednesday afternoon. High fly in the air. In right center is Lopes as he makes the play for the out. And there is 1 away.
Batting 7, the designated hitter, Juan Carlos Negrete.
That'll bring up Juan Carlos Negrete. Kind of a long name for this prospect up in the Double-A Kansas City Royals, as he tries to get up to Triple-A. Well, the only way you get up to Triple-A, John, is if you work your hardest. I mean, it's not given to you. If you get a free pass, that's great. But if you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. But you go up in Double-A, it is part of the player development program, and it's good for prospects that want to get up into the pros one of these days, because if you get in there and you get settled up in Double-A, and then the manager calls you in the office, say, hey, look, you're ready for Triple-A. I'm putting you up there, kid. Enjoy your time up in Triple-A. And, you know, you could hit the majors one of these days. You could go to almost anywhere you want. And I will say it's pretty good if you get that call up to Major League Baseball. But these Double-A prospects, they are trying to hit road to the show. Yes, that is correct, Bob. I fully agree with you there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and he'll get them chasing. And there's 2 up, 2 down here in this half inning. Boy, cloud cover will intensify as we go into the latter part of the evening. We got rain and thunderstorms a possibility. So far tomorrow afternoon, cloudy skies to start the second of the 6 games against the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. Don't forget, our series will continue on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. First pitches at 7:05. Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Nothing in 1. And that's a swing and a miss, and the count now 0-2. Missions hit the road. They'll head to Tulsa to take on the Tulsa Drillers for the road series of a 6-game set. Here's the 0-2. And that one high fly in the air. And that will go out of play. So Matt Scampy and Chris Singleton will be live on Tuesday night, May 2nd through the 7th. As San Antonio will head to Tulsa in that 6 games. 0-2. High fly in the air. Lopes pursuing after it up in right center. And he'll make the play to record the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We go midway through 2, and it is no score.
Leading off for the Missions.
Bottom half of 2, here's the hot corner third baseman, Lucas Dunn. As we get set for the bottom half of 2 here this evening. The pitch. That one right there to the third baseman. Zip lines, and he can't hang on. My goodness. Both teams here tonight commit the errors. And that is Northwest Arkansas's error of the night. Boy, and you don't see that every day when that ball really just hits you. Commit errors, and it'll come back and haunt you later. So 1 hit, 1 error for both sides. And that one is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first after the Northwest Arkansas error. You don't see that every day. No, you don't see errors quite as often, but you look at errors. You look at errors like you saw today in Midland. As the Rockhounds, 15 runs on 16 hits. 4 errors committed by Midland, taking on Corpus Christi 14-15, and no errors. You were about to say 15, right, Bob? Yeah, I almost did. Right there, line drive, that will go up to left center for a base hit. Boy, gotta say, the Rough Riders are top half of the 4th inning there at Water Ridge Field in downtown Amarillo. So far, it is 5-0. Frisco Rough Riders shutting out the Sod Poodles there at Water Ridge. Right there's a swing and a miss to the second baseman, Jackson Merrill. Merrill coming in, he averages at a .218 over the opposition of .303. He's had 3 home runs and at least 11 RBIs so far through the year. Gotta say, pretty impressive to Jackson Merrill. Best second baseman out there. And that's going to be right there to second for 1, and they'll relay back to him, and that's a double play. A 3-6-3 double play.
The left fielder, Albert Fabian.
So that's going to bring up Albert Fabian, the left fielder for the Missions here tonight. So far, pretty good for what is going on here tonight. 1 ball, no strikes to the left fielder, Fabian, as he's got a runner in scoring position at third at the hot corner. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. That one outside for a ball, and the count now 2-0. 6-0 Frisco over the Amarillo Sod Poodles, as they just ended 5 complete innings. Now on to the top half of the 6th inning. So far pretty good as they get going in this ball game here tonight there at Water Ridge. 3 balls, 1 strike, and on deck is Michael Cantu. 92 miles an hour called for that ball. Now Tulsa at Arkansas. The Drillers will defeat the Travelers by that final 4-1 there at All-American Ballpark in Arkansas. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that's going to be high fly in the air. The left fielder is running after it just shy of the warning track. And that will do. No runs on hit. A error committed to Northwest Arkansas. And we now head for the top half of the 3rd. And it is no score. Well, we go 9-1-2 to start up the top half of the 3rd inning for the Naturals, and that'll bring up Luca Tresh. Tresh coming in. No score to this point. And he'll take one and inside, down low. Called for a strike in the count, 0-1. The pitch. And that one is inside, and he's down in the hole, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and he'll get him. What a way to pick off your guys right there. And that's going to bring off the leadoff hitter, Tucker Bradley. Bradley coming in, and he takes one down and in for a count now 0-1. Well, we are going to check some scores up there at Wichita on the porch. So far, Springfield and Wichita are tied at 3 apiece as they end the 4th inning. Now going on to the top half of the 5th. Right there and outside for a ball, and the count now 1-1. Springfield wearing their beautiful hot road reds, I will say. They changed their color to the reds instead of the normal road grays. Corpus Christi going to their royal blues. Under the armpits is a sky blue. Corpus Christi inscribed on the chest, or hooks on the chest. Pretty cool if it would have been 2 jerseys that would say Corpus Christi hooks or whatever it is. Now I bring up Harold Gonzalez coming in with 2 away and nobody on bases. So far through the first 2 innings, we are scoreless here in San Antonio. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch to him. Swing and a miss, and the count now 0-2. Both teams commit the errors. And it's 1-1 on the errors. Right there to Jackson Merrill. He'll flip it the first to Rodriguez. And that will be the out. We played 3.5 on this Tuesday night, and we still have no score.
Leading up for San Antonio.
Well, bottom of the 3rd inning and set in. Here's the catcher, Michael Cantu. 9-1-2 hitters due up for the bottom of 3. Here's the pitch. That's high fly in the air. Center fielder will camp under it, and he's got it for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, Jeff Lopes.
That's going to bring up Tim Lopes. We go back to the top of the lineup. Lopes playing in center tonight for San Antonio. And he's going to get one high fly in the air up in left center as he gets there, and he'll make the play for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Javier.
That's going to bring up Wander Javier. Single in the first, 1-for-1. And a pitch to him. And that's going to be high fly in the air. Right to the second baseman as he'll range under this one. Make the play for the out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. And we are going now to the top half of the fourth inning, and still no score.
Leading off for Northwest
John Scampy and Chris Singleton will be live with y'all next Tuesday.
Jimmy.
San Antonio hits the road for DCJ Field, new home to the Tulsa Drillers, starting off the month of May. I'll say pretty good, as Tulsa has remodeled their stadium. So far, we don't see that old ballpark they just closed down. Instead, they put $75 million and had remodelizations during the time that we were off during Thanksgiving and Christmas, and they just went after it and remodeled and worked on it. And so far they have a pretty good ballpark, now called DCJ Field. No balls, 2 strikes to Jimmy Govern. High fly in the air, and that will go out of play and foul. So no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll get him chasing.
The first base,
And that'll be another one to Lake Bacher.
Glendening.
That'll bring up Robbie Glendening. Glendening coming in after the strikeout, and the pitch down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. So far, he singled in the first, 1-for-1. That is Glendening. And the 1-0. And that's going to be line drive up the center for a base hit.
Now batting,
So a 1-out single continues the inning alive.
Gentry.
And that'll bring up the 5th batter of the Northwest Arkansas lineup, Tyler Gentry. As he takes one and inside for it to count now. No balls, 1 strike. Strikeout in the first, 0-for-1 to Gentry. And going pretty good here this evening. That one is lifted. High in the air. Lopes racing after it. Makes the play. And there's 2 outs.
Now batting,
So the runner has to retreat back to first. And their time is running short here in this half inning. Well, if they don't get a hit to bring that home run here at first, the runner at first will be stranded, and that would be a bad thing. Well, you do speak the words of wisdom, Bob. That one will go up to Fabian, and that will do. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. So we go bottom of 4, and still no score.
leading up for San Antonio.
Well, that'll bring up the right fielder, Joshua Mears, as he flies out in the first, 0-for-1. Boy, and a beautiful night well upon us as we see the clouds starting to glow a red-orange color. That one is high fly in the air, and that will go out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a 1-1 toss. And that's going to be right there to second base. Right to first as he zip lines, and he's got it for the out. 1 away as we are into the bottom half of this inning. That'll bring up Juan Fernandez. Fly out in the first, 0 for 1. Austin Cox came in for Northwest Arkansas. Do believe he was the 7th round pick back in the year of 2021. Doing pretty well here tonight as he's getting 3 ups, 3 downs for his team. So is San Antonio. San Antonio really has been doing good so far through this ball game. And so far there is no score to this point. High fly in the air right there to the shortstop. And that will be 2 quick outs here in the bottom of 4. That'll bring in Lucas Dunn, the hot corner third baseman. 0 for 1. He had reached on an error back in the 2nd inning. Well, last season we had a pretty good hot corner third baseman. And we did have a guy by the name of CJ Hinojosa. He played at second. So far, 2 winners were announced during 2022 for the Gold Glove. And this year, you could cast your ballot for any of your favorite missions prospects, as we will have a vote. And that's going to be line drive. High fly in the air, and that's going to get in for a base hit. Going to first, go to second. And he's going to have a 2-out double. And all fans coming into this ball game tonight, they get a coupon for a Whataburger. That is a double meat cheeseburger with your choice of a medium fry or an onion ring for that meal of yours. That nice beverage like a Dr. Pepper or soda or whatever they may have. Just go after it. Whataburger, served hot and fresh 24/7 for all citizens of San Antonio. Got Bill Miller's Barbecue. They serve San Antonio since 1953. And have you ever ate at Bill Miller? Well, I have had Bill Miller's. It tasted pretty good. I like their chicken strips, but, you know, prices, they could be outrageous at times, you know. For at least 3 people, you would get at least a $29 bill right there. Just for 3 people to come in and have the meal with you. Here's the DH, Grant Little. As he comes in and he swings and misses. And that will do for this half inning. So no runs on a hit. Runner at second is left stranded. And we now go to the top half of the 5th inning. And it is still no score for both sides. Well, we got to the top of the 5th inning. Here is Juan Carlos Negrete. 0 for 1 strikeout in the 2nd. So far, we played 4 scoreless innings of baseball. And we are underway. Top half of the 5th for Northwest Arkansas. As that one is thrown inside for a code strike. We got Go Camels 27. Like your commentary. Thanks. Appreciate it. Special shout out to our special guests out there in the YouTube live community. It's high fly up to the right fielder Joshua Mears as he'll record the first out. Don't forget, our 1 o'clock first pitch is tomorrow. So make sure you guys come out and have a good time with us. On a Wednesday afternoon, cloudy conditions. If you're concerning about the weather, and a lot of people are asking me, what is the weather going to be like? Well, it is going to be cloudy skies and a temperature high of 77. No balls, 1 strike to John Rae, and that's going to get fouled off, and the count now 0-2. 50 strikes and a total of 7 balls. That will be 57. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch here, and that is high fly in the air to center field, Lopes, as he'll make the play, and quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the Naturals' 5th inning. That'll bring up Luca Tresh. He's 0 for 1. He struck out back in the 3rd inning. Boy, 3 up, 3 down innings. What do you say about that, Bob? I gotta say, you look at how 3 ups and 3 downs make the ball game go a little bit quicker. There's not a lot of hard hit balls, and so far it just makes the game progress a whole lot quickly. Well, we in 5.5 innings worth of play, and that will do. We still have no score through the 5.5. That'll bring up the second baseman, Jackson Merrill. He's 0 for 1, and he's ready to go. The pitch. That's going to be right there. Softly hit to the second baseman, right to the first baseman as he zip lines it. And that'll be 1 away. I'll bring up the left fielder, Albert Fabian, as he flied out in the 2nd inning and is 0 for 1. Well, the cloud cover will increase by overnight. Got a chance of showers and thunderstorms. And we will say that we have 2 nights of possibility of severe weather thunderstorms. Right there, that 12-inch curve will get them chasing. And the count now 0-2. Well, you got to watch out for the 12-inch curves. Hey, you got to make sure that your eyes are wide open. You can't blink an eye and you miss that ball right there. Well, as he hits it sharply to second, he'll get thrown out at first, and there's 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Michael Cantu as he strides up for the Missions. San Antonio have cracked the hit column. So does Northwest Arkansas. A lot of fans are contesting about that pitch right there, as that one was high and outside for strike 1. Here's the 0-1, and that's high fly in the air, up in left center, as the center fielder will make the play, and he's got it for the out. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go top half of the 6th inning, and still no score.
Leading off for Northwest Arkansas, the right fielder.
That'll bring up the right fielder, Tucker Bradley, as he flew out 2 times through this whole game. In the pitch, right inside for a code strike, as we are underway in the top half of 6. Thursday night baseball underway here this evening. 0-1. And in for a code strike at the kneecaps. Count now is 0-2. Game time tomorrow, 1:05. Our first pitch. Gates open at noon. And right there he gets him. Strike 3 swinging. And what a way to get the top half of the 6th inning for the Naturals. 1 away here in this half inning. That'll bring up Harold Gonzalez as he's 0 for 2. And did he held up? Ty Krause is saying he went around for a strike and the count 0-1. 2 groundouts, that is, for Gonzalez. As the 0 for 2 he has. That is high fly in the air. Fabian, not far from his position, make the play for the out.
Number 7, Jimmy Govern.
That'll bring in Jimmy Govern. He struck out and also reached on the error during his time up. San Antonio and Northwest Arkansas have committed at least 1 error apiece through this game. Pitch here. Right there, and it's chopped foul, so he's in a 0-2 hole. 66 pitches for Lake Baker, righty from his home of Illinois. 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he'll get him. And do believe that is about 5 strikeouts and 10 to get free breakfast on a bun courtesy of Whataburger. Well, we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning, and it's still no score.
Leading off for San Antonio,
Tim Lopes, center fielder here tonight, will stride up as we get you set for the bottom of the 6th, and we are underway as first pitch is thrown in for strike 1. Series will conclude after Sunday's game as we continue onward with this 6-game set with Northwest Arkansas. And the 1-1. And that's going to be line foul, and the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. One and 2. That's high fly in the air. Up and right center. Center fielder will go after it, and he'll make the play for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Wander.
That'll bring in Wander Javier as he singled in the first. And is 1 for 2. That one, oh my goodness, what the heck was that all about? Javier is going to argue that pitch. It was too high out of the zone. Well, could have said that could have been for ball 1, but Ty Krause, I don't know if his mind is in no man's land, but I will say, I think Austin Cox from Northwest Arkansas, the starting pitcher, would literally hit that right up in the strike zone. So you don't think it was out of any bounds? Well, I don't know if it was or not, but if you look at the instant replay, that one was high, outside of the strike zone. So he could have called that for the ball and stuff, but evidently he didn't call it for a ball. It was automatic strike on that fastball. Well, you make a good and valid point, Bob. It's pretty good that you're here inside the booth with me. That'll bring up Joshua Mears as he comes in. Boy, and we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings. Both sides have not scored as of yet. So far, this game is going like crazy. I mean, you have 3-up, 3-down innings, and nobody's scoring as of yet. Line drive, that's going to get up there, and so far he's going to try to get in, and he's in on a 2-out double. Boy, 101 miles an hour as that ball is right up to left center. And San Antonio trying to get out of this tie. 61 pitches to Austin Cox, the starter for Northwest Arkansas. And that one is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at second after that 2-out double. And that's going to be hit high fly in the air up in right field, and that will do for the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, a man left stranded at second. So we end 6 and no score through the 6. Top half of the 7th coming up. First baseman 4, 5, and 6. That is leading off Robbie Glendenning. Glendenning coming in. Ready to go. That one, curveball outside, and the count 1-0. We are now officially in the top half of the Northwest Arkansas 7th. And that one is well and inside for a code strike, 1-1. 1-1. And that one is chopped foul. That'll put him to a 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. That one fouled off. And it still remains at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Right there to Dunn as it's hit softly. And he'll zip line it to Fernandez, and he'll get the out. So 1 away to start up this half of the 7th inning. Tyler Gentry, 5th, middle half of the lineup. And the pitch. Right there and inside for a code strike, and it's 0-1. Gentry is 0 for 2 of the evening. And pretty good. Right there and inside, and the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And that's going to be line drive up into center for a base hit. So 1 out single continues this half inning for Northwest Arkansas. Boy, and I will say, John, that somebody has to score in here. It doesn't matter. Whoever scores and gets out of this tiebreaker, it could definitely be worth it. I mean, the fans are getting restless. They're looking at all those zeros on the scoreboard, wondering what happens next. Well, I don't know, Bob, but somebody will get in there. Here is Chevron Newton, 6th batter in the lineup for the Naturals. So far already Lake Bacher now at 77. Here is pitch number 78 as that one is taken well inside for a code strike. And it is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one's going to be high fly in the air. Mears will be in pursuit of the ball. And he'll catch that one up in right field for out number 2. That's going to bring up Juan Carlos Negrete. He's 0 for 2, strikeout and a flyout. And that one is going to get chopped foul up in right field, and that will hit the base of the wall for a strike at the count 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. And that's going to be high fly in the air. Lopes in pursuit as he will get there, and that will end this half inning. Well, no runs on a hit, no errors. Man left stranded at first. Take me out to the ball game. It's stretch time, no score.
Leading up for San Antonio, the third baseman.
The hot corner third baseman, that is Lucas Dunn, doubled in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. As we start up the home half of the 7th inning. Right there, as that one is fouled and away, and the count now 0-1. No score through this bottom half, and so far this whole game was scoreless. And that's going to be zip lined right there to the center field area. And that will be out number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Little.
Designated hitter, that is Grant Little. Single in the second, 1 for 2 for San Antonio here tonight. And did he go for it? Yes, he did. Ty Krause appeals behind the home plate area. He calls for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. That one far and outside. The count now 1-1. Moy Cox, he's doing very well. He's going through at least 7 innings of throwing nothing but strikes. Combination of both between ball and strikes and a mixture. Here's the 2-1. And that's going to be high fly in the air. The center fielder will range after it. He calls off the left fielder and right fielders. And that will be out number 2. That'll bring up the 7-hole cleanup batter. That is Jackson Merrill. Merrill comes in. And he hits it softly right there to second. And they will get him easily at first. Well, a 1-2-3 inning. As we now go up to the top half of the 8th inning. Still no score. Here's John Rae. He hits one up the left for a base hit. That'll bring up Luca Tresh as he's coming in. And he takes one down and in for a code strike, and it's 0-1. Well, we're going to have a quick pause, and the skipper is coming out. And that's going to do for the starter of Lake Baker. So Baker will go no further in this ball game. And if a no decision is issued, that's great. If he gets an L, then I don't know what to say. Is he better run for the hills here tonight. Well, if he gets a W, then that won't even matter. If San Antonio could get in there and claim a victory and claim the 4th in the winning streak, that would be good as well. Aaron Leisure, the lefty, coming up out of the Missions bullpen, will get the start, and he will start the pitching duties. Following in after Lake Baker. Here's the 0-2. And that one, oh my goodness, watch out in the home bullpen. That ball will come after you. No balls, 2 strikes to Luca Tresh. And pitch, and that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get up at the left center for a base hit. And that's going to bring in the run, and Northwest Arkansas will have an RBI double and no outs. So the score reads at Northwest Arkansas Naturals 1 and San Antonio nothing. Boy, hard hit ball or not, that one was right up the happy zone. And that's going to bring in Tucker Bradley to the pitch here. That one will go out of play and foul in the count 0-1. Bradley, he struck out in the first, or should I say the 6th inning? Yeah, 6th inning, John. Right there and in. You want to lead this top half of the 8th? Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Well, Bradley comes in. He's got the runner at second. He's 0 for 1. And the count now 0-2. Bradley 0 for 3, should I say. He was an 0 for 2 during his last plate appearance with almost the outs that he's gotten. Swing and a miss, and that'll get him easily for the out. That's going to bring up Harold Gonzalez. Runner at second, one away. And the pitch. That one well inside for a cold strike, and it's 0-1. Fly out in the 6, 0 for 3. That is Harold. Runner at second in scoring position. And that one is inside for the cold strike. And the count now 0-2. Naturals up in this ball game just by the 1 run. San Antonio trails the 1 run. Here's the 0-2. That one right there to the shortstop Javier. He'll flip it to Fernandez, and he's getting 2 away.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jimmy.
That'll bring up the third baseman and hot corner for Northwest Arkansas, Jimmy Govern. And the pitch. That one well and inside for the cold strike, and it's 0-1. Naturals up ahead by the 1-0 score, as they will get the score in. The pitch right there and out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Top half of the 8th inning here. Good old San Antonio, Texas. Here's the 0-2. High fly out of play. So still holding on is that runner at second. Govern at the plate. And an 0-2 count. High fly in the air. Fabian will get after it, and he'll end the inning. So Luca Tresh gets the run in, and it is a 1-0 ball game as the Northwest Arkansas Naturals will deliver in that run on an RBI double. We go bottom of 8, and it's Northwest Arkansas 1, San Antonio 0. The left fielder is Albert Fabian, as he comes in and ready to go, as he takes one inside, and the count now 0-1. Evan Sisk, a lefty in the Naturals bullpen, will be up at warm-up, and he's about ready to go. And that one's going to be high fly in the air, and that will go out of play. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be high fly in the air. Up in right center, as the center fielder will run after it, and he'll make the play for the out. The catcher is Michael Cantu. He had 2 flyouts and is 0 for 2 of the night. And that one well inside, and the count now 0-1. Right there, line drive up to short. Short will pass to the first baseman for the out, and there's 2 away.
The batter, the center fielder,
That'll bring up Tim Lopes. Fly out in the 6, 0 for 3. Here's a pitch. And that's going to be right there. Softly hit to second. And they will end here 8 complete. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go top half of the 9th coming up. Northwest Arkansas up by 1.
leading off for Northwest Arkansas, the first baseman.
First baseman is Robbie Glendenning. He's had 2 singles so far for the 2 for 3. and he goes pretty good tonight. Top half of the ninth is getting underway, and that one is fouled off, and the count now 0-1. No balls and 1 strike the count. And the pitch. And he goes in after it, and the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. 1-2. High fly in the air. Fabian looks after it, and he can't get there, as that will land out of touch. So no balls and 2 strikes to count for Robbie Glendenning to start up the top of the ninth for Northwest Arkansas. And right there he gets them. Rings them up, and he strikes them out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tyler Gentry.
That'll bring up the 5th batter, Tyler Gentry. 1 for 3 is Gentry, as he takes one inside, and the count now is 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. High fly in the air. Right fielder Mears in pursuit, and he makes the play for the out. But we got to see instant replay where that ball was, but evidently that was right in front of him, as that will go as a 1-out single. That'll bring in Shrevin Newton. Runner at first on a Taco Bell double play in effect for Northwest Arkansas. San Antonio down to their final 3 outs of the ninth. A 4-game losing streak, 4-game winning streak hangs in the balance, and that's going to be right there, and that's going to get up in the left center for a base hit. Boy, short, left, and center are running after this ball, and they can't even catch up to it. Yeah, this ball is just giving them the rundowns. It's like you're running after your own dog on the field, like Marley and me. That's going to be line drive, and that's going to be up in the right field, and that's going to get in. 1 run scores, 2 runs score, and that's going to be a 2-run triple, as now Northwest Arkansas up by 3 runs. Boy, a 2-run triple gets them going here. That'll bring in John Rave. Rave coming in and looking to make it a 4-0 ball game for Northwest Arkansas. Naturals up 3-0 against San Antonio. And so far they have the upper hand in this one. Right there, swing and a miss, and the count now 0-2. Ball game tomorrow, 1:05. First pitch, as we will be live. And hope you guys will come in and join us for the ball game. Just cannot wait to see y'all face to face in the afternoon. High fly in the air. Fabian in pursuit. Tagging up from the third base area is the runner at third. And they will sacrifice fly the run in to score. And now it's 4-0 Naturals. That'll bring in Luca Tresh. He's 1 for 3. He doubled. RBI. 26 pitches for Aaron Leisure. New score reads Northwest Arkansas 4, San Antonio 0. Ball game about ready to wrap up this first of 6 games against the Naturals. That is right there to shortstop Javier. And he'll throw to Fernandez to record the out, and that will do it. So a 2-run triple will give the Naturals 3 more on the board. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. It is 4-0 Naturals.
Leading up for San Antonio, the shortstop.
San Antonio shortstop, that is Wander Javier. He singled in the first 1 for 3. As he comes in and he's ready to go. It's going to be line drive up to short. Correction, line into second base area. And that will be out number 1. San Antonio are dangerously 2 outs away from losing a 3-game winning streak. And so far they won 3 on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights there at Corpus Christi. That's high fly in the air, up in center. Center fielder will get it, and he's got 2 outs.
The first baseman.
Well, this ball game about ready to be in the books here tonight. Juan Fernandez will be the last guy here in the evening. Or nothing Northwest Arkansas, as that will be down and low in the count now, 0-1. That one right there and inside for a ball, and the count now evens 1-1. Well, pretty sad, as 2 flyouts and 2 outs are something that you don't laugh about, but evidently you get laughed at either way. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's going to be line drive up the center, and that'll get through for a base hit. They avoid elimination for the first time of the night, as that'll bring a runner at first base with 2 away. That'll bring up Lucas Dunn, the Hot Corner Mission's 3rd baseman. And that's going to be right there. And he will not make the play, as that will go down the fielder's choice on a base hit. Now 2 men in scoring position. Tying run already on deck. And that's going to be right there to short. And they will pass it right there to the second base area. And Northwest Arkansas wins a 4-0 shutout. Well, San Antonio will lose the 3-game winning streak. And so far, as it is, 4-0 on this Tuesday night. Naturals will claim their 8th. They will take the 3rd place position, and that will definitely put Wichita into the 4th spot. So evidently the 3 leadoff ball clubs is Tulsa, Arkansas, and Northwest Arkansas. But evidently that is getting pretty good right there for the Naturals. Well, the final 4-0. 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error for Northwest Arkansas. San Antonio, 0-6-1. I was going to say, 0-6-1, but that won't make any sense right there. So that will just about do for this evening's contest. We thank everybody coming out, and we will see you all again tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock.
Joining us here this evening, we remind you to please drive home safely.
They'll drive home safely as we get going for tomorrow. Tickets on sale at samissions.com, and so far, don't forget that you're coming into this ball game at 1 o'clock. Gates open at high noon. For all of us here, have a great and wonderful night, and see you on the next one. Good night.